and of course E6 is of course focusing on JEE, web services improvements, as well as the persistence layer. And Java E6 will fill the gap from Java E5, which means it will address the ease of development also in the web tier. So we are talking particularly of servlets 3.0, integration of Java JSF platform, the next release, the REST API, which I will explain later in the BA section. Ajax will also be standardized in Java E6, and main influences are probably JMarky and Datafaces. Datafaces will also quickly dive into later. Feeds, RSS feeds should also be part of the standard, which is not at the moment. And most influencer will be the currently available library Rome in order to consume feeds as well as to create new feeds. And server-side scripting will also be part of Java E6. And here they mentioned mainly Phobos, but I have no clue about Phobos. I just put it here for sake of it.
I think it's on JavaScript engine, which is going to be embedded.
Okay. Which one is in the same JVM?
I guess so, yes. I've gotten not too much.
So I have seen major improvements in the next generation of the servlet standard. As you can see here, there was no major revision since J2E 1.4. So it will heavily be based on annotations and generics. By the defaults, here I put a question mark on it because that's one area which I didn't understand, which I need to elaborate more. Out of the box, you will have support for Ajax and Comet. So those mechanisms that web applications nowadays use for those Web 2.0 kind of style applications to have asynchronous communication with the application. And it will align with JSF and will provide a sort of REST-based API out of what you program in your servlets. Which will anyway, I would say, be one of the key areas that really, how do you say that, that will elaborate much more in the next year. So web services, they are very complex and very mature already, and REST services, they are actually emerging or have emerged during this year, and I think they will be a good competitor to the web services stack. Okay, that's it for that.
Just yet another question. So did they mention the portlets to have them included in JEE?
That's coming later. They are handled in separate JSRs. That's coming in the portal update. I think right after that.
Okay, but didn't mention wanted to include it in JEE, the portal API.
Well, JSR 286, I think it is, the portal 2.0. That will be the Java E6 standard, or will be part of that standard.
Okay.